Welcome back, everyone, to Planescape Torment. You're here with Rain Lefevre, otherwise known as DraxxKraven. When there are two more sensory stones to investigate. Let's go for the southeast one. This sickly green stone is securely fastened to the pedestal it rests upon. The inscription beneath it reads, "The Messenger." Begin. As you touch the stone, its green exterior sharpens, clashing, its brightness becoming more than you can bear, so much so that you close your eyes to shut it out. Close your eyes, submerge into the experience. As you close your eyes, you feel the skin along your arms become numb, as if all sensation is being bled from them. Tired, so tired. You try and blink, yet the darkness remains. Your lids feel soft and sluggish, unresponsive. You're sitting on what feels to be a dirt floor, and around you is the smell of coppery blood and herbs? Why are you here? You came here to... what? Your memory fails you, but you feel a growing panic beginning to well up within you. Try and get your bearings. "Ah, awake now, are you? A questioning all done?" The voice is an old woman's, thick and scratchy, as if it's trying to force its way past a thick layer of dust. Try as you might, you cannot open your eyes and see the woman, but you feel a shiver of fear. Something is wrong, terribly wrong. You try to respond, but all you can manage is a ragged croak. You can't feel your tongue and your eyes. What's wrong with your eyes? Listen. "Now, a see me ye did, a spoke ye did, and poorly. So the price have you paid, The crone sounds amused, then her tone drops sharply. "No more of your questions. Now you will listen, and you will remember my words, for in minding me, you shall live. Nod if you hear me, or another bit shall I take." Nod. "Remember me, traveler. Remember me to a stone, one of the pretty glimmers in your festive hall. Use it like a cup. Pour what you feel into it, and know this. Remember me to a man who wears a skin of scars and tattoos, who seeks memories but has misplaced them. If smart he is, he'll know the knowing of me. Tell him to find me, or if I am not to be found, tell him to come to the Glimmer Stone, and we shall speak, my precious man and I." The woman pauses, then hisses again. "Nod if ye hear me, you ragged thing." Nod. "Ah, pretty." No. Let me go full crone. Let me go maximum crone. "Ah, pretty polite to Ulysses, and so long when he comes to the Glimmer Stone, tell the man to speak my name, and your pain shall not be in vain." The crone's voice trails off as if distracted. You try to speak again, but there is only a sick gurgling noise. What happened? Who is this person? Why are you... You begin to feel yourself slip into unconsciousness. "Ravel. Ravel, it is I."
Updated my journal.
There is silence. "Ravel?" "Ah, my precious man." There is the slow shuffling of feet, and you feel a sharp pinprick in your left eye. You gasp, and suddenly, barely, you can see with your one and only eye. You lie in a gray hut, upon a dirty floor, where blood, your bright red blood, has seeped into the surrounding gray dust. Your arms are gone, your legs have been hacked off at the knees, yet you feel numbed. There's no pain, only the fear. There's someone above you, looking down. Look up. As you look through your bloody, blurred vision, you see a horrid bluish-gray face, grinning with yellowed tusks. "Ravel is pleased. A-wondering I was if this messenger would make it, for weak he was when his bits were placed on my plate." She holds up a talon in front of you, and impaled on the tip of it is an eyeball, the right one. "Yet to the festive hall he returned, it seems, and our time together has he shared, and now ye have come. Success." "Ravel, I have so many questions." The crone shakes her head, your blurred vision seeing 3 images at once. Her grayish hair is like brambles drifting down her shoulders. "No, only time for answers does Ravel have, and she has no time to waste with your guess questions. Know this, and in the knowing grow strong. Ye must find me, my precious man." But how? I don't know.
My journal.
I am beyond knowing in a lady's place. Now, shh, listen to Ravel, for there is much you must know to me. 3 things must you do. Find the door, know the key, then unlock the key. Door. The door is not a finished thing, at least when I last gazed upon it. But in the passing of time, perhaps now well wrought it is. Go to the place of forges and steel. Perhaps there you'll find the door that takes one to me. I don't know what the key... I know that the key is a piece of you, but I don't know how to find it. The key is of me. It is not. Not. Eh? The crone hisses, as if trying to gather her thoughts, and your vision blurs again. "No picture, is it? No tail, no stone. But the key is something of me. A labor of my own flesh and blood. Seek it. It's alive. When you say unlock the key, what do you mean? Knowing the key is not enough, so Ravel thinks. Knowing it and unlocking it, two tasks that must be joined, for at times a thing knows not its nature. You are no stranger to that. How am I talking to you? Is this someone else's experience? Of stones and experiences and telling will Ravel do, but not telling how she speaks to you now. Many are the branchings and twistings of Ravel, and many are her secrets. I need you, and I need you knowing of this. Farewell, Ravel. Return. I'll give you what help I can. Ravel gives a final smile, a horrible yellow-fanged grin. A blackish tongue darts from her lips and lingers at the edge, teasing. But in the end, only one question remains. What do you mean, Ravel? Only one question, this I ask. Ravel's eyes blaze like fires, the red light turning her face blood red. What can change the nature of a man? At the question, you feel a tremor pass through you like thunder, and you feel yourself burn. Let the experience go. Your vision clears until you are standing once again before the hideously green stone. It looks different than before, more horrific somehow. Shake off the experience and leave. It's the questions she's been asking all over the plains. Whoa, what? Loot? Is there loot over here? No, I must have already picked it up. My apologies. The pink stone remains. The inscription around the base of this sensory stone indicates that it holds the experience week-long hunting trek across the forests of Arborea. Begin. You're standing in a circle of white tents deep in the woods. Somewhere, the trees surround you, by far the largest you've ever seen. Suddenly, though there's an odd prickling sensation at the back of your skull, continue the experience. Your surroundings melt into a colorless smear, then slowly resolve into what looks like the interior of a large gray sphere. Across from you stands a figure almost identical to yourself. His eyes flash in the half-darkness. A mad smile splits his features. I knew you would come! Greetings. Oh, greetings! Greetings, so good to see you! He sneers. I bid your murderous tongue be silent. That's right, murderous. Your pretend innocence is laughable. Who are you? Oh, don't you know? Didn't all those filthy, lying, thrice-be-damned journals tell you who I am? Those journals that were so conveniently left for me when I awoke. Those journals that called me an incarnation. Ha! Burn them all I did. Every one that I found. What did they say exactly? They spoke lies. Lies, lies, nothing more. Filth about a man who forgets himself, other incarnations of preserving their experiences in writing so later lives could benefit. Thieves. It's my life. Mine. You all want to steal my body, and I won't let you have it. So you're one of my earlier incarnations. He crosses his arm and looks away. If you put stock in such trash, yes. Yeah, where am I? Oh, this? Just a little trap is all. I realize that killing you body thieves might not be enough. I might have to trap you, ensnare you for eternity. You may have realized by now, but there's no way out of this sensory stone. Your mind is locked here. You'll note the rather sparse surroundings I've left for you, all to help the madness set in good and quick while your flesh rots. I do have questions, then. Your earlier incarnation crosses his arms and looks away indignantly. Save for a few more tufts of hair on his head, he's identical to you. Even his arms have most of the tattoos yours do. Did you trap the dodecahedron? I don't know what you're babbling about. All right, it was me. Brilliant, wasn't it? Did you play with it a bit? Lose a finger? Or an eye, I hope? Clever, but I opened it and read it just the same. Your earlier incarnations looks horrified. No, impossible. No one reads the language. It was written in. I slew the one man who understood it after he taught me. It's a dead language. Dead linguist. A match made in death's halls. I could read it because I'm you. I'm not one of the false selves. You trapped yourself here. I've trapped myself, don't you see? We'll go back to that. How did you make this trap? Can't tell you. It'll never be replicated. The magic used in its creations were lost, even to me. Clever it is, though. One experience hidden beneath the other, so that no flesh but my own would know. Okay. Did you put those tattoos on? No. That one incarnation, the practical one, did. I've tried to burn them off, but the skin regenerates with the tattoo still on them. I have to try to tear them off. Stain them with acid. I hate them. Read the tattoos. Stop that. Stop reading me. He covers himself with his arms, turning away from you. Keep reading them. Stop. Stop now. I'm warning you. He turns away from this, huddling up to cover more of his body. You see on his back the list of tattoos warnings that Mort once read to you at the mortuary there. There is, however, one line at the bottom that Mort had neglected to read out loud. Don't trust the skull. Your previous incarnation grows more and more frantic as you keep peering at him. I'm warning you for the last time. Okay, so all of these work. You can't threaten me. You're a recorded memory, an apparition. I'll read you all I want. Your only way out is to let me go. Out. 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 I think I like that option the most. Annoying him so much he makes me leave his own trap. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm gone.
So I'm looking for Mertwin the Headless's head. Find the portal key and find the Night Hag. Oh, there's one more thing that I should do. Eli Havelock? Have I spoken to this guy yet? This narrow-eyed, sharp-faced man is scanning his surroundings with a look of vague disinterest, pausing occasionally to look down and pick at his fingernails. Despite being clothed in silk and velvet finery, he manages to look unsavory and more than a little dangerous. Greetings. Pike off. Okay. Fuck off is one of those magical phrases.
I'm gone.
You say it, and off that man will fuck. Modrons. I had some questions. The subject is free to answer. The subject is free to ask a question. Piss. No, because what I'm trying to do... Gorgonzal, Fiend's Tongue. Tattoo of Wasting Darkness. Did I not pick it up? Now that I have a pile of money again, it might be worth it. Severed arm, yours. Don't want to get them all mixed up. Okay.
I'm gone.
Pardon me. I guess there's something I forgot to buy in the curiosity
I'm
shop.
gone.
No wonder I can't talk to them about it. I didn't buy it. Or unless I did and then dropped it somewhere, in which case I'm going to be very angry because it's very important to what I want to do.
I'm gone. All right.
That's weird. Huh.
I'm gone.
So what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to go in there and the two guys who became one guy have separated. But I guess that didn't happen. Yes. Exotic items. The metallic cube figurine. I'll take it. Exotic items. Front of the store. Baby oil. Codex of the Inconceivable. Let's look at the middle of the store. Back of the store. Front of the store. Front of the store is all there is. What's the baby oil do? Okay, I can't accept the baby oil. The Codex of the Inconceivable. I'll take it. Fuck it. Oh, the Modron Cube. What you had first taken to be a rather unassuming book held closed by tiny brass lock is, in actuality, bound in strange leathers and enchanted bronze, is labeled simply the Codex of the Inconceivable. Open it and read. You unlock the book's binding and open it. As you glance over the tome's contents, your jaw drops. You stand, spellbound, flipping through its pages. Its contents are simply too much to be described. Mere words seem powerless to explain the wonders it holds. That was... What? What was that, Chief? I don't know what to say, Mort. Show him the codex. Oh, but oh, wow. You stand thoughtfully for a moment, looking down at the codex before closing and reverently putting the tome away. I've paid more for 1,000 experience points in my life. I don't know if that's true. Anyway, I guess if I ever need to, like, I don't know, freak someone out, I've got the Codex of the Inconceivable at my hand. Maybe I can talk to the Modrons about the Modron Cube?
I'm gone.
Maybe I can't.
Done.
I don't know. I want to exhaust this option. Do you know what this little cube-like toy creature is? The Modron, its appearance identical in every aspect, but size to the object in your hands, blinks once, twice, then speaks. The object is a portal cube. The user is to position the appendages of the portal cube in such a manner that it will activate. Once activated, the portal cube will transmute the user to whatever destination it was tuned to during its creation. What's the proper position to activate this one? We do not have that information. Over 97% of all portal cubes function in a slightly different manner. We were not present at the construction of this subject's portal cube, nor have we been given instructions as to its use. Should the subject desire to utilize the portal cube, they will have to determine its method of operation and destination via experimentation. Alrighty then. Well, now I know what it is, even if I don't know what it does. Well, I know what it is and I know what it does. I just don't know how to make it do the thing that I want it to do. Alright, let's go check on these legacies.
Done.
Advocate. Greetings, Giannis. I had some questions for you. Giannis, there's a sensory stone in the sensorium that contains a fragment of your daughter's experiences. There is? Which one? You must tell me. It is one of the sensate sensory stones. If you're not a sensate, you could not gain access. I must find a way. Perhaps they would make an exception for our father? If you wanted, I could speak to someone. I'm certain they would make an exception in your case. They might. She left a legacy number for me. Who are you, sir, that my daughter would have left a legacy for you? I'm not certain. It's just a sensory. It's possible that I knew her once and forgot her. As I said before, I don't know. I'm hoping the legacy can answer that. Okay. Of course. Hold on a moment. I'll return presently.
Updated my journal.
I'll wait. All the articles are accounted for. I had no idea she'd established a legacy here. Here you are. If I may I read them, sir? Let me read them first, then I shall decide. Of course, but please, I beg you, I have very little left to remember my daughter by. I promise you shall have a chance to look at them. For now, however, perhaps there is something else you can help me with. Well, let's look at her legacy. Dianara's ring. Holy hell. Oh, it looks like one of my rings fell off. Oh no, that's a hand slot. That's fine. Dianara's wedding ring. This ivory ring was part of Dianara's legacy. It radiates a slight glow, and though it is cold to the touch, the chill is strangely comforting. The ivory band stretches to fit the width of any finger. Among the many secrets of the Society of Sensation is the ability to shape a peculiar stone from Elysium, dubbed Soul Stone. While this stone is not as powerful as the sensory stones, the Soul Stone is said to carry an imprint of the shaper's feelings. These rings are often used in the sensate's marriage ceremonies, each ring inscribed with the feelings of the other. The ring was obviously intended for you. When wearing Dianara's ring, you gain additional protection from all attacks, and additional protection from any piercing attacks. Presumably, the ring's purpose is to shield the heart from shock and trauma, and this extends to any physical pain the wearer suffers as well. Ooh, but I don't want to give up the twisted ring. Nuts to it. Who needs an AC boost? Oh, he does. What can I say? Dianara's legacy. My love, if you are reading this, then the tragedy I have seen has come to pass. I have died, and you have remained to suffer the loss. Know this, my love. I know why you were forced to shield your feelings from me. You sought to protect me from the terrible burden you carry with you. The distance you kept between us was your way of protecting me in the brief moments when we were alone and you let your feelings be known. God. That was when I knew you cared for me. Carry no regrets with you, carry no guilt, for I came with you on your haunted journey of my own accord, and no matter how death came for me, I know that you did everything in your power to save me. Our lives are intertwined, my love, and death shall not be a wall between us, for my sight has seen what is to come. Only in staccato segments, but it's enough for me to know that we will be separated for a time, but we shall be reconciled again. Thus, do not see my death as a farewell, but only as an interval before we meet again. Carry my ring with you, and these other pieces of me, and think of me, keep me in your mind and heart, and that will be the beacon that brings us together. Heart charms. Healing scrolls. I'll take that. Keep it safe. There was another legacy, though. Greetings, Giannis. What's an advocate again? Legacies. Actually, I believe you have a legacy for me. 51AA, I believe. That's extremely old. Are you certain? I hope that wasn't one of the ones that was burned. How old is it? Well, several decades at least. Could you check and see if it still exists? I will wait. Yes, fortunately, it was unharmed by the fire. All the articles are safe. Could I collect on it? I am the beneficiary. Of course. Sign here on the dotted line. There we are. That should be the last of the paperwork. Here are all the items that were in the vault. One looked like a foundry receipt, though quite an old one to be sure. Did the deceased have something commissioned at the foundry? I don't really know. Maybe. I'm beginning to think that just about anything is possible. Where is it?
Updated my journal.
It's located in the lower ward, past the Great Gate. Look for a number of guardsmen and guards at the gate. You should be at the right place. Thanks. What else did I get? A receipt. Nothing special about that. A kaleidoscopic gem. Usable only by good creatures. Where does it go? Oh, it goes in the eye. I'll take it. Strange chunk of rock. Permanent +1 saves versus poison. 15% resistance to acid. Stone Gullet of Lafile the Gross. The gurgling stone of Lafile the Gross is not as well known as most artifacts tend to be. No wars have been waged over it, no betrayals, no epic journeys into the underworld, only a few moralizing sorcerers, a fat man and his stomach. As the legend goes, Lafile the Gross was said to have been a promising practitioner of the art, a sorcerer's apprentice to one of the last seers of Essanon. Despite his skill at the art, however, his gluttony was the subject of much ridicule among his peers. During his last great massing of Essanon, Lafile was invited to dine at the center table, but unknown to him, his peers had filled his wine goblet with an elixir of turning flesh to stone to teach the rotund student a lesson. Lafile consumed such great amounts of food and drink during the mass, however, that it diluted the potion's effect. Complaining of a stomachache hours after the feast, the local healers discovered that Lafile's stomach had turned into stone. It was still capable of digesting food. Lafile lived the rest of his days happily eating, though his gullet was a few pounds heavier than before. When he finally died, his stomach was removed as an oddity, and since then it has wandered the plains in search of new stomachs. To use the artifact, one must consume it. It is the consistency of stale bread. So doing will turn the eater's stomach into the stone gullet. Devouring the stone gullet of Lafile will grant the user the blessing of stone and rock and slight resistance to stomach acid. I ate it. I eat it up. I don't give a shit. Nothing stops me. I don't think I need this cheese. I'm pretty sure that you can like poison it, but that didn't happen. I am gonna keep like all of the nameless one stuff with the nameless one. I don't wanna. I wouldn't want to get rid of any of this. You know what I mean? Sick. Greetings, Giannis. Sensory stone. You cannot gain access. I could speak to someone.
My journal.
We'll see what can be done. What was she like? Okay. Okay, right. Oh, would you look at the time? I'll go negotiate on Giannis's behalf next time. And then I will reveal the legacy. And I will reveal my identity. I can only hope that he is either confused or merciful. Maybe both.